So I'm not going back and forth with a man who thinks that they should be in my position. If you want to be in my position, get in my position.
Do you believe that?
Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show on YouTube at Bluff City Media. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Anthony Sain.
Acknowledge me.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This, of course, is your host, Anthony Sain, here live from the Bluff City Media Studios. Kenny Stubblefield, what's going on, my brother?
My guy.
Man,
how are you, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Looking at you behind the glass. Good to see you, man. Good to be seen. Great show. We're celebrating up in this biatch. The Memphis Grizzlies got their first win.
It's a celebration, man.
Yeah, man. It's a celebration for sure. Shout out to my man, George Lapidus.
Whoa, that's a callback right there, man. Takes me back to my 9-year-old self.
Who used to say, at this rate, Kenny Stubblefield, I think the Memphis Grizzlies may never lose again. I saw some things the other night that made me feel better about the entire season, man. They're starting to look like the Grizzlies again. You got Luke Kennard out there making jump shots. You've got a big man out there setting screens, blocking shots, rebounding, who is not named Steven Adams. You had that guy out there. And I went on this rant with y'all, man. I broke this thing down for y'all. I said, guys, we cannot get excited about who is playing center for us, because whoever it's been, if they can rebound, they can set screens, they've worked. Whether it was Jonas Valanciunas, whether it was Steven Adams, and now with Bismack Biyombo in that one game, we looked like the Grizzlies again. But with him out there, Daniel Greer came in last week, and he said, you know, if we get back to playing the old Grizzlies style and use Xavier Tillman like we use Adams, it'll work. And we did it with Bismack Biyombo. And we did it, and it worked. Like, we looked like ourselves, man. Bismack Biyombo was fouling his ass off.
Man, what?
But we had him long enough to use him in the fourth quarter where he was huge, rebounding, blocking shots, setting screens, etc. The Grizzlies, like I said, got their first win, preparing to take on the Miami Heat on Wednesday. Much needed 3-day break between games for the Grizzlies. So this early season, they played Sunday and will not play again until tonight against the Miami Heat here at home. Like I said, Bismack Biyombo was a great addition to the team in game one. A guy who has been a nemesis, man, for the Grizzlies his entire career. Just one of those dudes who's going to go out there and play hard. He's going to use his fouls well. He's going to use all of the joints. He's going to rebound. He's going to defend. He's going to block shots. He's going to set screens. And he lets Jaren be Jaren.
Come on, man.
That combination of him and Jaren Jackson Jr. can be good. Because Steven Adams he's a pretty good defender, but he wasn't a particular rim protector. Bismack Biyombo is going to block shots. So even if Jaren goes out there doing his thing, you got a guy behind him who can block shots and rebound as well. I think a great addition to get him on the team, man. I think he's a guy who's going to apply pressure to this front office to make moves to keep him on the roster when Ja Morant comes back. I know this is a lot to say after one game, but he's got tape, he's got a resume, and we've seen him be a productive player.
It ain't like we're seeing him for the first time from that one game. We know what Bismack Biyombo does.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to that. That first win felt really good, man. It felt really good to get that first win. It feels like it's repeatable. They weren't doing something that we haven't seen for the last 2 to 3 years. So Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane were incredible. I think once Marcus Smart continues to get more comfortable, you'll see him contribute more in that point guard role.
I think the biggest thing for me, what I saw is Nathan said it perfectly in the postgame show, which if you're listening to this and you don't get on the postgame show, Anthony will show up every once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's a great show, man. Daniel Greer and Nathan Qualls do the Grizz
Super
901
funny dudes, man.
Post-game show. Daniel asked him straight up, first question was like, what'd you see? And he was like, we actually had NBA players out on the court.
That dudes that can actually play ball, man.
There's a difference.
Yeah, it's definitely a difference, especially when even the guys who did have to get in, they didn't have to play that many minutes. So it wasn't like you were running 20-something minutes a day for Roddy, 20-something to Jake LaRavia. If those type of guys get in with the guys we got coming back, we're still not healthy. Xavier Tillman still looks to be out for Wednesday's game. John Conchar is doubtful. You still don't have all your guys, but once you get all your guys, I think that this team is going to look a lot like what we've seen over the last couple 2 or 3 years. And I think that if we could just win as many games as we can through this 25, I was thinking we'd have a winning record. I don't think that's going to happen. We're only 18 games to play. You really have to go on a real tear the rest of the way to do that. But I do think this is a team that you'll start seeing look like what they used to look like, especially with Luke Kennard, who was 4, 6, and 3 the other night. Good to see him come back. we were super worried about him. I was super worried about him in that shoulder. But to see Luke Kennard come out there and have a productive game, super, super excited about that. Something I'm also excited about, Kenny Stubblefield, is our guest who will be coming in with us for the Sit Down with Sain, Parish Sharkey. We're going to kick it off with a special announcement for Parish Sharkey as well. And also, if you're not going to the game tonight, but you want to hang out with Grizzlies fans, come out to Hooters tonight. I'm having a watch party, our second one. The second Two Broke for Tickets watch party will be at Hooters. Your boy Anthony Sain will be in the building. Come check me out. Buy me a beer or something, man. You know something I found out about white people, Ken?
What's that?
It's just random. What do it have to do with anything? See why people get on my ass so much.
They do. They do.
You know something I found out about white people?
What's that?
Y'all buy rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, y'all will buy a round of beer, man. And something else I found out. Like, we're actually supposed to buy the next one, but I never actually get that far.
Yeah.
With the rounds, I usually just get that free one, and I'm good.
And then you tap out.
I'm out, man. Y'all got it. But yeah, man. So come check out that at Hooters with me. But I'm ready to get out you guys' way so we can take this break, man. Because when we come back, my man Parish Sharkey is going to be here for the Sit Down with Sain. Got a special announcement to make when he comes on as well. We'll see you guys in a minute here on the Anthony Sain Show.
We've seen this happen where they have these second half, fourth quarter, late collapses, and it just looked all too damn familiar.
Yeah. No, I mean, I couldn't agree.
Did they pull through? Sure.
Yes.
But, it doesn't leave you feeling all warm and fuzzy and good inside.
No, I mean, the biggest thing that it's like a breath of, not fresh air, but just a relief, I guess, is that they didn't lose.
They didn't
this
crumble.
Game. No, they crumbled. They just didn't lose.
They answered at the very end when they needed to. Seth Hennigan,
yeah.
Shout out to Seth. That was one thing throughout his career. Name a fourth quarter game-winning drive, comeback drive that he has been able to convert at this point. Or a game-tying drive. Mm-hmm. That's like the first one. Like that's a big check mark, big monkey off the back to be able to execute in a time of need for your team.
Yeah.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
If I hear one more time post game from anybody, staff, player, fan, they ran something defensively we hadn't seen on film, I'm going to lose my mind. If you and I were head coaches for two different teams, do you think you would change up just a little bit what you do?
Oh, yeah.
Every game? Yeah. I really hope our defense is doing that. I hope our offense is doing that. I legitimately, when I heard that, I was like, I misunderstood the statement. Or he misunderstood the question. Because there's no way in hell you want me to believe that you were like, they just didn't run the same thing that we've seen on film the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no way.
it's like taking a test and expecting all the answers to be given to you beforehand.
Look, I mean,
The questions were different than the practice test.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Time for the Sit Down with Sain. Before we jump into it, got a quick announcement, man. My man, Parish Sharkey. You've seen him here a lot since the Grizzlies season has kicked back off. And I'm here to announce that every Wednesday, my man, Parish Sharkey, will be in the building for the Sit Down with Sain. He is the Grizzlies beat writer for Bluff City Media, like you guys know. So every Wednesday we'll do our thing here. If that's okay with you,
Yes, sir.
Parish Sharkey, my man
sir.
in the building, we'll knock it down with my boy Parish each and every Wednesday here at 12 noon on the Anthony Sain Show. Excited to have you here, bro. We got our first win, man. The Grizzlies got our first win, 1-6. By the time you see this show, we will still be 1-6. The Grizzlies take on the Miami Heat tonight. I was excited, man. Felt like we won a whole championship.
Tell me y'all weren't so relieved.
Oh man, it was a wonderful feeling, man. For real though, like that was the first time we won a game since the playoffs, you know. So it was a good feeling, bro, to get that W for sure. Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bain looked like a very dynamic duo out there during times. Yeah, Bismack Biyombo made his debut. What were your thoughts on the Grizzlies getting that first win? Now 1-6. Yeah. What were your thoughts, man?
You know what LeBron said after he won the championship in the bubble? About damn
time.
About damn time, bro. Especially after Friday. You had a 10-point lead with like 3 minutes to go and just blew the game. So when they fell behind by 12 with 8 minutes left, I was just like, basketball's a game of runs. Y'all blew a 10-point lead Friday night with 3 minutes to go.
Let's get it back.
Y'all can make this happen. I'd be damned if they did. So yeah, shout out to the Grizzlies, shout out to Desmond Bain and Jaren Jackson for continuing their dominance and their performance. So hopefully that continues going forward, of course, with 2 potential all-stars, but they got to win games.
Yeah, it can't be the bottom of the league about 2 all-stars.
Right.
Yeah,
that got to happen. But then you got Luke Kennard. He's back, or in some way, at least for that game. He found the shot. So he was asking where Luke Kennard is at. We found him. He actually showed up for that game. You had as well Bismack Biyombo coming in with his best Steven Adams impersonation. I mean, you can ask for better. I think he had 11 rebounds, 8 points, 4 assists. Yeah, I mean, you can ask for a better game.
17 fouls.
He used all his fouls for sure, man.
And Santi Aldama, welcome back sight. I mean, when he first came out the bench, they started the game slow, and just him coming in the game, he scored like 5 quick points. I was like,
that stuff matters, man. Because people are like, oh, like what? Because I sarcastically put out a tweet saying, you know, Santi will save us type stuff. People, what is he gonna do? He can't play defense either. Like, man, it matters when you have guys who can play NBA basketball, man. Like, you saw the difference between how those guys looked in that game. Something else I've been talking about this entire time is we need front court depth, right? I would say Jaren and Tillman, we're fine with those two. We just need some front court depth. I think Jaren and Tillman could be your starters. Man, the hell with that, man. Like, I'm looking at this one game of Bismack Biyombo, and I'm like, all right, bro, like, just give me more Bizmack. Like, I want that Jaren Jackson Jr., Bismack Biyombo front line look very good. This organization has never had a rim protector, like a high-level rim protector before Jaren Jackson Jr.
Right.
And now you got 2 of them in Jaren Jackson Jr. and Bizmack Biyombo. I would like to see us continue to start the game with those 2 guys, and definitely closing games with those 2 dynamic defenders with Marcus Smart in the perimeter. I think you can really make some stuff happen, especially as Zaire comes along, those type of things. So I like that. I like that lineup that we use to make that run.
Did y'all not notice a difference real quick? I'm sorry, but did y'all not notice a difference in the way that Bizmack sets screens compared to Jaren sets screens?
Grown man scene.
Like,
grown man.
Very, like I said, he did his best Steven Adams impersonation. That was about the best you could ask for. From a person not named Steven Adams. Yeah.
So what do you think about that Steven Adams? Look at that. We called him Steven Adams. What do you think about that Bismack Biyombo, Jaren Jackson Jr. starting center power forward combination?
All right, let's go with it. Now, you know, it was just one. So we have to, clarify. It was just one game. Tillman did look good the first 2 games before he hasn't looked well since. So we had to see it.
And we found out that's because of knee soreness.
Yep.
Right. So
we had to find out, see a little bit more consistently. But if he does do anything close to that game, you're fine, and that helps the front court depth anyway, because now Tillman, if you do make this switch, either or, you still got depth at the center position that you didn't have the first 5 games of the season after the Steven Adams injury got announced.
Yeah, we had a lot of concerns about Luke Kennard. We didn't know if it was something mental with him. And then we started thinking about his shoulder that got hurt last year in the playoffs. Just like, oh my God,
maybe he was on his Elton kids.
Right. Don't let this dude be like Kyle Anderson all over again, man. Where he's like got this torn up shoulder. And his shots forever going to be like this. Like, don't tell me that LeBron James ended Luke Kennard's career. You know what I mean? That was my biggest fear. But we saw him go 4-6 the other night. Had a lot of confidence. Shot the ball very well. Luke Kennard looks to be unbroken. We unbroke him. We got his mojo back. We got him out of the sunken place. Luke Kennard is back with us, man. What are your thoughts on the game he had the other night And is this something you think we'll see going forward? Is this the real Luke Kennard?
Yeah, this is the real Luke Kennard. Shooters shoot. I done seen shooters go through slumps. I remember one year, about 4 years ago or so, it was before Clay tore his Achilles and all this stuff. He had started the season the first 2 months. He shot like 21.7, some outrageous number. It's like Klay Thompson shooting like that. Then of course at the end of the season he was back shooting 40%. So with shooters like that, hey, the main thing is keep shooting. Just keep letting it fly. At some point they're gonna get back to falling and you don't get the confidence. Because it's still a confidence thing. Like even Bane has went through stretches where he's missing the majority of his shots, right? So just shooters, you're gonna have them slumps. There was a slump with Luke Kennard. Unfortunately, it came at a wrong time because how we started the season. But hey, as long as you get it back going right now, we could turn this thing around.
You mentioned turning it around. Like I know I don't want to get overexcited about one game, but you have to look at small things that happen in that game. Small things that have led to them being 0-6. Like you said, Luke Kennard either wasn't playing or he was shooting the ball horribly. You didn't expect that. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a rough first game, and now he's had great games ever since then. Yep. You lose Steven Adams, he's been gone. You had Santi out, all these type of things. Those things contribute to the team being 0-6. It's not like they had, like, this is who the Grizzlies are and they're losing. Like, what we were seeing was not the Memphis Grizzlies. I would not be surprised to see them look well over these next, 18 games you got left until Ja Morant gets back, because things are stabilized now. You know what I mean? So what do you think? Is it just me who has these one-win feels, or do you feel like, okay, now it feels like they're about to start looking like something a little bit more similar to the team that was the second team in the West last year?
I feel that way. My whole thing is get one. It's like at some point you was losing so many games and got to your head. Like, okay, we losing. You blow that 10-point lead Friday. Like, that was supposed to be the game that you get over the hump. And sometimes you just take getting it just one. Just like the Eastern Conference Finals. And Marcus Smart, ironically, when they were down 3-0 to the Miami Heat when he was in Boston, he said, hey, don't let us get one. Then they got one. They rolled out 3 straight, and they had to force in Game 7 at home.
Right. It works like that, yeah. You start remembering who you are, man. You start feeling like yourself, for sure. We got Santi Aldama back. Like you said, he came in looking very impactful. Just a wild call between him and that rando dude, that guy that rookie they have, but he had the
the Camaro.
Yeah. That dude was putting in work though. He was a real dirty work doing dude.
Yeah.
But we talked about that earlier. Santi provides something as a veteran NBA player, not a veteran, but a guy who's a proven, like, I belong in the NBA type dude. Yep. Getting a guy like that back who can score, who can shoot threes, who can get to the basket a little bit, he's a true 7-footer, you know what I mean? So he's a legitimate front court player. Just getting him back is a big deal. What are some of the things you think Santi can provide that we didn't have, before he came back?
Fast, instant offense off the bench. I mean, just like that. Before you playing Jake LaRavia, David Roddy, the guys who ain't giving you like a consistent bucket. Like I said earlier, Santi came out the bench and scored like 5 points in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Like, you need somebody like that, and you have both him and Luke Kennard potentially in that role. That's what you've been wanting all season. That's what you've been missing with both of them being hurt. Unfortunately, and Luke Kennard being hurt and off his shot. But yeah, Santi definitely provides instant offense. He's trying on defense. Like, I seen, like, in the past last season, I saw times where it was like I didn't see effort. I mean, at least seeing effort from him, and that's all you can ask for in those situations. But yeah, offensively, he's very skilled. I saw some of the things he learned that he presented in the FIBA World Cup with Team Spain. I saw some of those moves that we didn't see last year, where he wasn't just a spot up shooter, where he cut to the basket. Right. All different type of things that you saw from him this summer. So yeah, definitely was excited to see Santi back, and he definitely made a difference in that game.
And I think him playing in FIBA actually helped this game. I think that we were hyped to see Jaren take the next level, but he may have had a little setback. And I think even in the first game of the season, I think we saw Jaren still kind of reeling from some of the effects of playing in FIBA. Yep. But I think Santi on the other end is a guy who, I mean, this is just game one, the first time we saw him. I think that we will see that 15, 20-point game from Santi off the bench, something that we grew accustomed to seeing last year for sure. Something that's definitely been a bright spot, we talked about it earlier, is Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane looking like a great duo together, holding things down. Really good numbers when you just look at their numbers over the last few games. Bane hasn't been shooting the ball extremely well, but he's been a dynamic scorer, getting to the basket, playmaking, playing on the ball. We saw a 2-man game involving Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. Man, hashtag swoon, man, for real. Because it's like we've been wanting to see that from Jaren. And the thing I get is, the thing that I take from this is We see Bane doing his thing. We see Jaren doing his thing. There's another dude, number 12, who's coming in about 18 more games.
Yep.
Imagine how he's going to look playing off of these two dudes. And I think it's beneficial to Ja because you got a situation where in the past, Ja would be sitting out, or he might sit out a couple of games. He's like, I need to get back. I'm going to come back and do my thing. I think this 25-game suspension really lets Bane and Jaren solidify themselves as who they are. Then Ja can come in and really feel like, okay, I can come in and add this to what those guys already have going on. I don't think it's going to be a thing where, I got to come in and do everything.
Yeah.
I think he can easily feel off of those guys and do his thing. So what do you think about Jaren and Bane? Like that combination of guys and what you're seeing with those two guys raising to those new limits we've never seen from either one of them to kind of, take the team to wherever they need to go.
Honestly, they're doing I would say they're doing what expected, what we thought that they would do, taking their sleep as a duo until Ja gets back. Because when Ja was spending those 8 games last year, they did fairly well, and Jaren showed some things that we had seen with post moves and everything. And Bane kind of could see, but Payne was.
We've seen a Jaren Jackson Jr. mid-range shot this year. We've seen one of those.
Right, that's crazy.
The Jaren midi counters in one on the season.
Need to see a little more though. Yeah. Just same thing with Ja when he gets back, but. Bane, he was still recovering from that foot injury last year. So we was hoping pre-foot injury he averaged about 25 points a game. Now I think he's at 26. So he's looking like what we thought he would look basically when he started last season. So yeah, seeing those two take the mantle, step up, it's not that shocking. And really throughout the last couple of games they've been doing it, they just needed more help. And this past game they finally got the help. So yeah, we need them to continue doing it. I believe they can continue doing it. And yeah, I have full belief that You have potentially three All-Stars on the team. I already thought that. Most of us already thought it, and they're proving that to be the case. Just need to actually get some wins on the board to make it happen.
Yeah, I definitely think we have 3 All-Star level players. We got to get that record up to be considered that for sure. But I do think that with Ja won't be an All-Star this year, but you have guys within recent years that have been. You have 3 All-Star level players. Derrick Rose is out with knee soreness. And, of course, Taylor Jacobs, somebody was like, maybe one day Taylor Jacobs will realize he doesn't have to play 10 dudes. Like, you can kind of get away with, like, okay, we're down a guy, so let's just play down a guy. He feels like he has to bring in somebody to replicate the guy who's out. And with that being said, Jacob Gilliard has been getting minutes.
I wrote the article about that.
I'm out on – I know that's your guy for your Memphis Hustle days. I know that's your homie. I'm sure y'all had some great conversations, man. Get Jacob Gilliard out of my face, man. Like, I've had enough of the Jacob Gilliard business, man. There's a stretch in the third quarter where we're getting our ass cooked because Jacob Gilliard can't guard nobody. Got Jeremy Grant, corporate business looking ass. You got Jeremy Grant looking like corporate business about, she. Oh, God. He out there cooking. I'm like, man, get Jacob Gilliard a little ass out of the game, bro. But I'm like, all right, I said all this to say, let's say Derrick Rose is out for a while, or not even out for a while. Let's say that like Derrick Rose isn't a guy who physically can go through the duration of 82-game season where he's your backup point guard, or even through this 25-game stretch, right? If it's like, okay, I can go 2, then I need 3 off, or I'm 2 on 3, whatever he does, right? How do you deal with the point guard situation if Derrick Rose is out?
Man, like you said, with Jacob Gilliard, you limit his minutes. I would say he's probably still gonna play him, right? But don't be playing him. I don't know how many minutes he played the other night, but don't be playing.
Pete, this one time.
Don't be playing him no 15 minutes, right?
Oh man, Jacob, I know this your man, bro. I know Jacob Gilliard is to Parish Sharkey as John Conchar is to Drew Hill. I mean, I understand
that. Don't start there. Shout out to Drew, man.
What do we do? Man?
But I mean, really, you ain't got no more roster space, so I guess because do you really want to play Bane near the 40 minutes game? That's the next question.
I'm fine with that.
Absolutely,
yeah, I'm fine with that, bro. Yeah,
if the option is Jacob Gilliard,
no, man, that dude got a game and get his ass cooked.
Are they really gonna do that? That's the real.
That man was out there looking like shrunk down David Roddy. Like he was looking like
because you really limited.
David Roddy's mini me out there.
You want Luke Kennard to play some? Because I guess John Conchar, your boy John Conchar can play some point, but
I'll take some.
But he's hurt right now.
Listen, I know y'all think y'all having a fever dream or something may be wrong with me, or I may be high or drunk or both. But I would rather see John Conchar at point guard than Jacob Gilliard,
Who
man.
was that? Daniel Greer came on last show. He was getting on Jacob, man.
That man
He
is
called
ass.
Daniel Greer called him Mighty Mouse in the post game.
Man, get him
He
out of
was
here, bro.
412, bro.
It's too little, man.
He's too small, man.
Get him out of here, man. I can't deal with
I'll
this
sit back
dude.
down to the hustle.
I can't
We keep pushing.
That man came in was getting cooked by everybody, bro. I was like, they had what's the kid's name? They had what's the kid's name who committed to Memphis but he didn't play? Like
Anthony Sain. Wait, he didn't play.
no, not him.
He ain't committed anyway.
God damn it, bro.
When was this? When did he recommit?
He didn't commit to Memphis, but like we thought he was coming here. But he plays for Portland now. No, he got cut by Portland. Shit, man. Trenton Wofford.
Trent Wofford.
We showed Precious over. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh God, that man's out there getting cooked for like a 5-minute stretch. I'm like, throw in a damn towel, man. Get this dude out of here, man. Oh my God. The Grizzlies right now are 1-6. They got 18 games to go. The magic number being tossed around is 10 games. A lot of people saying the Grizzlies can be 10-15. You got 57 games with John Morant. You probably need to win about 42, 43 games to make it to the playoffs, make it to the play-in this year. What number do you think is the magic number that the Grizzlies need to hit before John Morant? And what number do you think is a realistic number in that 57 games with Ja back?
I say 10 seems like the right number.
9-9 the rest
Yeah,
of the
if
way.
you go 9-9 the rest of the way. Hypothetically, yes, we would like it to be a little better. 11-14, you can squeeze 12 and 13, 11-14 out. That would be great. 10 and 15, I think you really less than that. You're really pushing it. 7 games under 500 at 9-16, and even further than that, that's you pushing it. So yeah, 10 and 15, you can get to that point. 5 games below, get job back. 4-2 and 15 the rest of the way is wild.
Yeah.
But they'll get them 52 wins. If they can just get to a 47, 48 win. I mean, they would be
No, not 42-15, 32 and 25.
Yeah, so out of 57 games left, there would be
32 and 25.
okay.
Yeah, right? Yeah, 57. Yeah.
That's 32 and 25.
And I don't think that's hard to do.
So it's 40. It gets you at 42 and 40, basically.
Would you be surprised in those 57 games if they went 40 and 17? If they went 38 and 19 with Ja?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because that team with Ja, Jaren, and Bane, plus you figure if
Santi,
everybody
else fill out the way they're supposed to.
Biyombo's here, that means he was good. That means he's been helping out.
Yep. And Santi and Kennard
Yeah.
are producing. Yep.
If that version of the Grizzlies with John Morant is here, who would be surprised if they win 38-40 of the last 57 games? Because we saw them do that for the last 2-3 years.
They're one of the best teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
At that point.
See, I think I totally agree with you, man.
And one of them years, it was a couple years ago when Boston went to the finals. They started this season like 9 and 10 or something. Like,
and it just went crazy.
Yeah, went crazy.
The second half, they went wild.
Yeah, for sure. Final question for my man, Parish Sharkey. We've had fun today, as always. This is why I want to bring you on every week, man, because we have fun every time you come on.
Always.
Final question for you. Jake LaRavia, sitting down to the G League today. Of course, anytime anything happens with Jake LaRavia, that draft is brought back up again. There are certain dynamics of that draft I guess I forgot about or I don't remember at the time, like about multiple first-round picks being combined to go up to get him.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being the case. I thought we had one pick that year, but they're saying that
We had 2 firsts. We packaged them.
we packaged those 2 together.
And then we traded Melton to get back into the first to get Roddy.
I do not remember that. I remember the Roddy part. I didn't know we had 2 picks and turned those into
Because we
Jake
had
LaRavia.
22 and 29 or 27, one of them, and we traded both of them to get to 19.
Here's the question I have. I think it's obvious that that's not looking good right now, right? So I think Kleiman is on the hook for that. What level of criticism do you think he deserves? Because I've heard people saying, "Oh, they need to fire Kleiman." There's some things our fans say that I think they say it just so they can say them, just because they hear other fan bases say this about their team.
Twitter got that mute option, man.
Yeah, man. So what level of criticism do you think he deserves for that? That's an obvious miss. I don't think there is a world where Jake LaRavia turns into a good player. I'm sorry. Like we all saw it with Zaire because we saw it his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jake LaRavia is an NBA player. I think that the stuff he does in the G League is a mirage. I know guys like you have seen him up close.
Yeah, I didn't. When the time I saw him in G League, I didn't see much out of him.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like people act like he was
truth.
like I haven't even seen him even cooking dudes in the G League. You know what I mean?
They had a playoff game. He only scored like 9 points.
Yeah,
So
man. I'm out on Jake LaRavia, bro. I'd love to be wrong. Trust me, I'd love to be wrong. But what level of criticism do you think Kleiman deserves for what looks to be a colossal fail with him.
I mean, obviously, hit and miss, especially, and here go how I am. Late first round picks like that, I'm not, it's hit and miss, right? I mean, those players you want to be rotation players. And yeah, he's not even turning out to be a rotation player, but at some point you run out of roster space. And he was only playing because of injuries. He's not even part of the rotation when everybody's healthy. So at that point, he's a miss by virtue that you drafted well everywhere else.
Right, yeah.
Like if you hit on Zaire, potentially hit on Zaire, hopefully, that's still.
I think Zaire's showing that he can play.
That's still up in the air, but it's still like he's showing he can play. You hit on Santi, you hit on Brandon Clark, you hit on Bain, you hit on Tillman in the second round. That makes up. You can afford to miss someone like a Jake LaRavia. Even Roddy. He ain't a complete hit, but he's still playable, right? Yeah, like you it happens, right? I understand you miss on like what's my guy in Dallas, Jaden Hardy. You miss on him. You miss on what's the center from Minnesota? I don't know why I lost his name right now.
Not Minnesota.
No, Utah.
Walker Kessler.
Yeah, Walker Kessler.
Yeah,
he got traded.
Trey Murphy.
Yeah,
it's just so many dudes that like they could have just like guys who could have been cheap, affordable, low contract bucket getters. The guys who just scores.
Right.
Jaden Hardy. Your boy in Portland, wasn't he available to us? Shaden Sharp, like couldn't we have drafted him?
Lottery. What year was that? Last?
It was a LaRavia draft. No, it was.
But we want that high. He got drafted higher. He
went
was
before us.
pick.
Okay, my bad. Okay. But yeah, it's just like we kind of look down our nose at so many guys because of whatever issues, and the guys we went with the choir boys, and this is what you got. And I'll say this: I don't knock them not getting a big man that year. Because that year you had Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson Jr., Tillman, Santi, who you believed in, and you had Brandon Clark.
Everybody was healthy.
Everybody was healthy. I don't knock them. Knock them drafting a big. And you got put out of the playoffs by a Golden State Warriors team. We had a lot of guys that were just small value role players that can knock down shots.
Who were champions.
Right.
Who knew how to win when it mattered the most. And you had injuries.
Right.
You had Steven Adams missed 2 games. You had Ja Morant get hurt. And Desmond Baines playing due to back injury.
And the way the league was going, the way this league still is going, versatile guys that can dribble, pass, and shoot and defend are at a premium. So we said, let's go draft our own. Let's make it happen. I love the strategy. But the guys were there, they could have taken it, man. But they just took the wrong dudes, man. They took all these high character, David Roddy looking like he might be, Taylor Jenkins, sex child on the side. If you look at him side by side, he look like he could be his kid, bro. Like being for real. I mean, go look at pictures of David Roddy and Taylor Jenkins, and then look at the exuberance. Go look at the draft day videos when he drafted David Roddy. How exuberant Taylor Jenkins was.
My boy's coming home.
Yeah, it looks like he drafted his son for real. Like the level of excitement. You don't understand how excited I am to draft David Roddy. I'm like, who? Like, who you talking about, bro? I saw that video. It was like, dude, I never heard of David Roddy a day in my life. And Taylor Jenkins was getting emotional.
I sure had heard of.
We haven't seen Taylor Jenkins react like that about nobody that we drafted. But David, oh God, I don't think you understand how excited I am today that we drafted David Roddy. I'm like, what? Is this your kid or something? Bro. But yeah, man. Another Anthony Sain conspiracy.
Don't you think though that
hold on, you know Max Christie is Zach Kleiman's kid too, though, right? Max Christie is Zach Kleiman's kid, bro. But anyway, yeah.
You know, Bogdan is his brother, man.
Yeah, Bogdan Bogdanovich is Taylor Jenkins' brother. Like, y'all, look into this stuff, man.
Definitely is.
Look into this stuff.
Some real out conspiracy stuff going on here, man.
Some weird stuff, man. Some gene splicing they got going on.
I mean, don't you think, though, with the GM situation, like, don't you think that...
All that is BS, though, y'all. I'm just joking. Anyway, go ahead.
Don't you think, though, that you would hold more to an account if they miss, like, in the lottery?
Yeah. Right. I mean, and if you think, bro,
like Zaire would be the one.
In 5 years, in 5 years of drafting, even if you're calling Roddy and Jake misses, if you want to call them, because I think Roddy's kind of forced. I think of another team was like, all right, this guy sucks, move on.
Probably so.
Here, he's going to get a lot of opportunities, but even if you call those guys misses or whatever, if you're talking about 2 in 5 years, go look at what other teams are doing in the draft, man.
Look at what we did.
Before then, yeah. So yeah, I'm not mad at that dude.
The Ja Morant draft.
We had a whole
Jarrett Culver went number 6 in the Ja Morant draft.
Like, a lot of these guys that people were saying, oh, they should have drafted this dude instead of drafting Zaire. Those guys,
like Marvin Bagley went ahead of Jaren.
Yeah, Bagley went ahead of Jaren. Aiden went ahead of Jaren. Aiden went ahead of Luka. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's been a lot of...
Shea Gildress went 14 in the same draft.
Yeah, it's been a lot of misses, over the years, so I'm not really mad. And everything's been relatively good, you know what I mean? Relatively great, being honest, as far as evaluating talent. So I'm not the guy who's – I think this is fair criticism of the 2021-22 draft. You got 5 dudes, man, and none of them really look like – Vince Williams looks like a player sometimes, but it's like, yeah, it's just a pretty bad draft. But, yeah, man. Got my guy Gary. I'm gonna say Gary Parish. My man Parish Sharkey.
My first name is his last name.
This is the second time you've done this.
I can't help it, man. Can't help it. Maybe that's how I look at him, man. Maybe he's that level.
He's that GOAT level?
Yeah, he's maybe that level of guest, man. Yeah, for sure. But like I said, going forward, Parish Sharkey will be here every Wednesday on Anthony Sain Show to talk Grizz. Excited to have you on with me, man. You've been doing a great job covering the team. Super locked in, super focused. I can't even play. Like, we playing right now, right? We get, at the game, he going to be
hey, got to get the
straight lace, no chase.
Get the article out, man.
Shirt buttoned up to his neck. You know what I mean? No, I'm a good player, man.
Hey, I will say this, man. Parish looks really tall right now.
Shut up, man.
He looks really tall.
Man, shut up. We'll talk about that in Inside the Same Brain, man. Because y'all got me out here people thinking I'm 5'8".
I thought you was
5'5", I was 5'8" in 8th grade.
Thought you were Jacob Gillies.
I thought he was the dude from Jackson State.
One thing I'm Jacob Gillies, same hairline.
Huh?
Come on, man.
Damn, man. Hey, bro, I'm about to take a break, man. We be coming back, man. It's going to be the 3-parter here on the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute. We've seen this happen where they have these second half, fourth quarter, late collapses, and it just looked all too damn familiar.
Yeah. No, I mean, I couldn't agree.
Did they pull through? Sure.
Yes.
But, it doesn't leave you feeling all warm and fuzzy and good inside.
No, I mean, the biggest thing that it's like a breath of, not fresh air, but just a relief, I guess, is that they didn't lose.
They didn't
this
crumble.
Game. No, they crumbled. They just didn't lose.
They answered at the very end when they needed to. Seth Hennigan, shout out to Seth. That was one thing throughout his career. Name a fourth quarter, game-winning drive, comeback drive that he has been able to convert at this point. Or a game-tying drive. Mm-hmm. That's like the first one. Like that's a big check mark, big monkey off the back to be able to execute in a time of need for your team.
Yeah.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
TJ, was this a wake-up call? I'm nervous by that question. I'm not going to lie. We prepared for this.
What are you doing?
We also need a little wake-up call, don't you think?
Oh, great heavens. What does that say?
These are smelling salts. This is called bottled insanity. Oh, it still sucks. It still sucks.
You're very familiar with the fart spray. First time I ordered that and it got to the house, I unscrewed the cap and sniffed it alone in my kitchen, and I woke up about 15 minutes later and I didn't know what happened. Energy, focus, and strength. I'm absolutely.
I'm going to go to a little clinic after this.
I can't do it.
Just do it. You need a wake-up call. I think this was a wake-up call. Do you shake it up? How are you doing that?
That's not. Nothing's happening.
Can you breathe?
I mean, I don't understand.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
All right, right, y'all. Welcome back to the Edge of the Sain Show. Paris is going to hang out with me, man. We got to laughing so hard during the break. I said, all right, man, forget it. Let's go ahead and roll this joint. Roll back with me for the three-pointer. Number one, Deandre Williams, ruled ineligible. I don't know, man. Like I've been saying, y'all probably mad at me. I kind of been silently rooting for this not to happen. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been kind of silently rooting for Deandre Williams to get the hell up out of here, bro. Like, it's nothing towards him. I think he's a great player. But as we saw last night when the Tigers played Jackson State, the combination of David Jones and Jaquan Walton is hella good, bro. And I think that I'm not knocking DeAndre, but I think if you brought DeAndre here, it would have been a blow to the chemistry. I believe one of those two guys would have hit the bench. They would have felt the way.
Yep.
And you probably would have lost one of those dudes. One of the dudes would have been like, all right, man, I'm gone. I'm just going to go get ready for the draft next year or something. Like, I'm not going to screw around.
Same problems you run into the whole Penny Hardaway era.
Yeah. Like, because even like the way they did it yesterday with staggering the lineups, I don't know if that's going to work or not.
Caleb Mills come out the bench.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brown come out
Did y'all hear Caleb Mills after the game?
What did he say?
He said on the radio, he was like, I felt some kind of way about coming off the bench, but he said it was necessary. It was done for a reason. So,
okay. For reasons.
For reasons.
Yeah, it's all good. So, but like I said, man, like I understand DeAndre Williams is a great player. I also think that DeAndre Williams last year, what we perceive him to be was also the product of him playing with a bunch of bums. Like I think that that's also why DeAndre Williams looked so incredible last year. I think that when you got Walton and Jones, who are guys that can knock down 3-point shots, that can create off the dribble, all those type of things. Love DeAndre Williams. I act like he's not a great player, but I'm fine. I think this team is going to be hella good without him. Yep. So I'm cool with it. I don't really have anything. I don't have any I don't have any spilled milk to cry over about him not being here this year. He was a great player while he was here. But let's move on, man. We see our guys still look good. I don't want it to affect guys like Nick Jourdain, who I think is going to be a great player. Malcolm Dandridge is going to be good this year. Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. Like I think we're fine. Like I think we're fine at where we are.
I would say I hate it for not necessarily hate it for DeAndre, but kind of feel for him because I think he was unable to participate in the combine and stuff earlier this year for family reasons. So it's kind of like, dang,
bro, come on, man.
This was his backup.
DeAndre Williams is not about to get drafted in the NBA draft.
Right, so go overseas.
He can go overseas right now.
Exactly.
I mean, so yes, he's been working out, preparing, getting ready for been available. I'm sure his agent has been on the phone with people who've been kind of waiting to see how this is going to turn out. Exactly. He'll be fine, man. And if he comes to Memphis and just lives off the land like a lot of other former Tigers do, he'll be fine doing that too, man. So yeah, I don't feel any remorse for him. And I think the Tigers will be fine. Number two, as I mentioned, the Tigers did take on JSU the other night, won by close to, what was it? They won by close to 20. They won by 18, right?
18.
They didn't cover the spread.
And for the Tigers to come out kind of as lackadaisical as they did and uninspired as they did and still to beat, that's not a bad Jackson State team. Like, I want to say that team was decent last year.
They're going to win the swag.
Yeah, because
Williams coaching over
there.
there.
It seems like I remember in my betting days that Jackson State used to win a lot of games.
They almost they did beat Mississippi State last year.
Yeah.
They came close.
Yeah, so I think that kind of speaks to how good this Memphis team really
Mo
is.
Williams got them hooping over there, man.
And Mo Williams,
and he looking fresh.
Was he? Yeah, he was clean last
Did y'all see those shoes?
Yeah. He had I thought that was Penny. I said, damn, what Penny got on? Did they pull back? I said, damn, this Mo Williams. Penny can't even coach. Yeah, but Penny, I'm sorry. Penny was not allowed to coach in yesterday's game. I don't want that to be taken as me saying that Penny can't coach. You know, people are just people hear what they want to hear, man.
Tiger hater.
Oh, you're a Tiger hater. You're a Penny hater. Oh man! Shout out to somebody else sent me some tickets for the November 18th game.
What gets Alabama
I thought
State?
Tiger fans hated you, Anthony.
I guess they don't, man. I guess they show me more love than man. When you're right, man, people understand. Hey, man, they're on you because you're right. So you know, whatever. But what I was saying, they got Missouri next, man. What I don't know anything about Missouri. What they good?
Supposedly, I guess. I don't think are they ranked?
I don't know. Everybody's acting like we'll know better. We will know Friday.
It's still a road game.
We'll know more Friday.
I think it's a true road game.
But they're good, though, right?
Yeah,
they were good last year. So
okay,
I'm pretty sure.
Good. They scored.
They scored
101 in their first game. A lot of the splits look a lot similar, like stats wise, like what they do with the Tigers. Like they scored the same amount, they defended the same amount. I mean, they shot the ball as well as the Tigers did. So it'll be an interesting game, man. It'll be the first big road test, and I think moving on, like past this Jackson State game, God, this gauntlet is going to be tough, man. They got a bunch of hard games.
We're gonna set the over at 35 is the amount of tweets that Brandon Bumgarner would get out at Missouri fans.
Oh yeah,
between now and game.
I'll take the over on that.
You gonna take the over?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
easily.
Yeah, he'll probably. All right, it may raise by the time we start recording.
Put some money on it and get it to 40.
Right, get the line moving out there. And speaking of Brandon Bumgarner, Tiger football number 3. Tiger football wins in a shootout, 59-50 victory over South Florida. My man, he ain't really my man because I can't think of his name. Tevin Carter. Tevin Carter. There you go. Yeah. I thought y'all said that kid can't play, man. What happened?
Man, he threw a 5-yard pass, bro. Come on.
I was about to say that, to be fair.
He threw a 5-yard pass and
wide
Rock
receiver
Taylor
took it the rest of the way.
80 yards, bro. Like, everybody, I've been seeing people over the start Tevin. I'm like, bro, he threw a 5-yard pass, man. Like, Anthony.
Hey, man, you got to know how to find your guys.
Anthony Gabe could make that pass.
But man, Tevin Carter, bro.
Hey, man, you know what his nickname is, right?
Something. Hold on. Gridiron Penny or something?
Gridiron Penny, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's a gridiron penny. Hey, but it was cool though because I was right next to the bench when all that went down. The team was legitimately amped up for Tevin Carter when he came in and did that. It was dope, man. It was a dope experience.
Bro,
down
I don't want to hear y'all opinions, man, because being a Tevin Carter, because being honest, because we've had like people talking about the whole. There was like this illusion, like that, like Coach Prime wanted to come here and we said no. I don't know where that whole narrative came from. Like this dude is not coming to a non-Power 5.
Nah, come on, man.
It happened. He was saying Jackson State. All right, so there are some people in Tiger football world who think that we missed on Coach Prime, right? I don't know where that's coming from. They think that it happened. Lie to me and tell me that if Coach Prime had came here, there would not have been people big mad if Coach Prime named Shedeur Sanders is his starting quarterback. You know I'm telling the truth, Ken. Tell me I'm lying.
Over Seth?
Yes. People would have been mad if he had said, "Oh, my son's gonna be." You know, people talking about why has he got some swag college quarterback over Seth who's proven, and you know that would have been a thing, bro.
No, I'm sure it would have been, but listen, let's not forget. Seth Hennigan has played phenomenally well the last 2 games. The man was before he got hurt yesterday.
Hey man, free Tevin.
This past weekend.
Free Tevin Carter, man.
A big word. You could just say he played
23 of 40,
well.
349 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's not phenomenal.
Shout out to my man.
really
What's my guy on Twitter who's like, every time the Tigers play anybody with a pulse, they lose, and y'all crying to these dudes like they really did something this year. What's his name, man? Oh God, I can't think of that dude's name for nothing.
The week before, Parish, just to throw this in your face, 22 of 28, 330 yards, 1 touchdown. Come on, man.
About time. We've been waiting 3 years.
Stop it.
Tiger football.
Y'all act like Seth's
Tiger football, man.
Y'all act like Seth's a
He
bum,
ain't
man.
sorry, but
Tiger football, the top of the mid, the mid majors.
let me see him do it against these bigger teams.
Hey, it'll be interesting, man. They're playing a terrible team this weekend.
Yeah.
Charlotte's trash, bro. Like,
The whole conference trash, bro, except for like the teams that beat us.
but then they play. But then the next week they come back.
Everybody's
And,
not trash beat us.
hey, then they come back and play SMU at home, man.
Right.
It's
What's
gonna
gonna
be big.
Now I need to see him.
That's on the 18th,
I
right?
want to see him do
Yep.
that against SMU.
I'm gonna be in the house, man. I'm gonna be in the house.
Let me
Show
see him
me
do
something.
that against SMU. Then
Show me something.
That's gonna be a massive game, man. Because if they win that game, then they're gonna play in the conference championship and
There we go.
try to get to the New Year's Six Bowl.
For real?
If they lose to SMU the night you're there, it's over. Like they will not.
Kenny, do you really? Since they got 2 losses, you really believe they still have a chance at the New Year's Six?
The only team that I felt like, because here's the thing: if they beat Tulane will
always
have
one
3.
loss. Yeah.
3 losses or 3 losses at that point.
Who
on
else
the
they
season.
lose to? Cause I know they lost to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss and somebody else. I can't remember. I think I might be wrong on that.
But either way, it would be that we had the same amount of losses. Either way, we had the same amount.
It was the same amount of losses,
Yeah.
and then they would obviously have the tiebreaker with the conference championship over
Yeah,
Tulane
exactly.
if they win that game. But if they lose to SMU that game, it's over.
It's over.
The season they don't get. I mean, the conference championship's out. No New Year's Six Bowl. It'd be a bad way to end the season.
So we ride with it's over then, right? That's where we go.
I don't know, man.
No, it's not over yet.
Hey,
They got
man.
to win.
I need proof that this team.
Tevin Carter's still out there.
Hey,
man.
at home.
I need proof that this team could beat like a team that's like not ass. Like I need
Yeah.
that to happen.
That's why I need Seth Hennigan. I need them same stats thrown at me against SMU.
Right, I need them stats against SMU, man. Because I was at the Tulane game. I was there. Like, best seats in the house, and he looked like they moved the sliders on this. They changed the sliders on this. Who put this on All Madden?
They put it on Hall of Fame mode.
Who put this on All American? What was the sliders? What were they called on NCAA football?
The same sliders.
All American was the hardest one.
All American, yeah.
Who put this on All American?
Yep.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's the 3-parter, man. About to take a break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Hey, you see, I keep adjusting myself in my seat. We got to deal with this, man. On Inside the Same Brain here on the Edge of the Same Show. See you guys in a minute.
TJ, was this a wake-up call?
I'm nervous by that question. I'm not going to lie. We prepared for this.
What are you doing?
We also need a little wake-up call, don't you think?
Oh, great heavens. What does that say?
These are smelling salts. This is called bottled insanity. Oh, it still sucks. It still sucks.
You're very familiar with the fart spray. First time I ordered that and it got to the house, I unscrewed the cap and sniffed it alone in my kitchen, and I woke up about 15 minutes later and I didn't know what happened. Energy, focus, and strength. I'm absolutely.
I'm going to go to a little clinic after this.
I can't do it.
Just do it. You need a wake-up call. I think this was a wake-up call. Do you shake it up? How are you doing that?
That's not, nothing's happening.
Can you breathe?
I mean, I don't understand.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Just taking off of, I don't even want to talk about the players first. Just taking off of Penny Hardaway coach team's track record.
Mm-hmm.
They typically, historically, play up to competition, whether they're the inferior team or not. And we've seen that throughout the last couple of years. And honestly, that's been a pretty hard critique on his teams, is that they kind of leave a little bit to be desired against inferior opponents at times, and then they know when to step up under the lights. This team, with how much experience and age that they have, and knowing the goal that they came here for, and knowing the conference that they play in, quality opponents.
This is that first opportunity to boost that resume so I can get to a tournament my final year of eligibility for a lot of these guys.
Yes. So this could be a tipping point for what the non-conference schedule could be.
Right.
And I just feel like with a team with this many experienced veteran guys, they understand what's in front of them.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Edge of the Same Show. Final segment of the show. Got my boy Parish Sharkey on me again, man. Just because I need a body, man. I need an extra body for something.
Yeah.
I had a couple people that came to me over the years who see me in person. And one of the first things they say is, man, you're a lot taller than I thought you were. I thought you were short. And the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I hear it like all the time, bro. Like people saying, I thought you were short, right? And especially since I started doing the show, I've really been hearing it. So I go to breakfast today to get me a grilled pork chop biscuit at Bojangles. Trying to see what they're talking about. With the bowberry biscuit on the side and the sweet tea.
What's a
bowberry biscuit?
Blueberry.
Oh, blueberry.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blueberry biscuit, but they call it
hash
bowberry.
browns?
Yeah, they're a little bit too oniony tasting to me. They're cool, but I usually get their fries instead of getting the bow rounds.
Fries.
They call their hash browns bow rounds.
Yep.
Bojangles just kind of shows you what all the word bow can be used for.
There you go.
Like y'all some damn Smurfs. What are y'all doing? What is this? What is this language? But no, everything's bow something.
That's facts.
Unbelievable.
I just got to take him back to my Smurf days,
Right.
man.
Like this tastes unbelievable. And put a bow on your holiday or something. Wrap up your holiday with a bow. I'm like, all right, man, y'all just doing too much.
A bow jangles.
They got something else called they got bowberry shakes. It's something else with the word bow they use to play on words. I can't think what it is. But anyway, it's pretty dope. Whatever it is, it's pretty dope. But anyway, so I go to Bojangles, right? And this guy's, hey man, you acting the same? I said, yeah. Man, I thought you were short. Like, all right, bro, enough. So so I go to Twitter, man. I go to Twitter and I put up a poll. And I said, for those of you who've never seen me before, how tall do y'all think I am, right? So Kenny Stubblefield, I put several options there.
You put 4?
I put 4 options there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I put 2 that I thought were extreme.
Extreme.
And 2 that kind of make sense, right?
Right.
So I put, so the first one I put is I'm between 5 foot and 5'5", right? Which is a pretty small dude. The second one I put between 5'6" and 6 feet, which is what you pretty much call the average man.
The average male height.
Right. Then I put between 6'1" and 6'5", right?
Right.
And the final one was 6'6" and above, which you would call big men. A pretty big man if you're 6'6" or taller. All right. 21% of the people who voted in this poll said they think I'm between 5 foot and 5'5". All right. 55% of the people believed that I was between 5'6" and 6 foot. So a combined 76% of y'all out there said that y'all thought I was a wee man, pretty much.
A wee man.
That you thought I was under 6 feet. That you think I'm somewhere in that range, right? My actual height is 6'3", and I've been 6'3" ever since I was probably in 9th or 10th grade, right? 20% of the people actually guessed correctly that I'm in that range. 4%. Shout out to you 4%ers. Who said, man, that dude's a king. That dude's the tribal chief of Grizz Twitter. He's a big talker. He a big stepper. He a baller. He a boss. Sain's got to be 6'6" and above. But no, 76% of you ingrates.
You said something. You said something about their mamas today.
Right. I said your mama smell like a fish market. And now I'm constantly adjusting myself in my seat. When I look at myself, I'm sitting lower than
It's optical illusion, man. Like your seats are right next to each other.
All right, let's do this.
But for some reason.
Let's do this. Paris, how tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
Keep your mic on. Stand up. Kenny, slide in. Adjust the camera, man. Hold on. How can we do this without?
I don't know. We keep the mic on.
I don't know. All right, yeah, we'll make it happen. Look at this shit, man. Hold on. Stand next to each other. Damn. Now I can't get the mic to come out. Look at this, man. I'm a grown man. I'm 6'3". Kennard Stubblefield, come get in the shot. Come get in the shot, Kennard Stubblefield. I know you every bit of 6'2", 6'3", your own damn self.
Right.
Out of my face. Watch out.
Y'all know you like me.
Hold on. You gotta go taller for me.
Yeah, gotta go taller, man. Gotta go taller. Why y'all playing with me, man? Look like I'm 5'5" to y'all. Thank you, Kenny.
Little wee man.
Got me looking like I'm Jeffrey Wright or somebody out here. Who else is a little bitty dude in the industry, man? Like I'm Dave Ocean. Like I'm standing on crates. Like I'm sitting on a booster or something to do this show. What's wrong with y'all, man?
Are you feel vindicated?
Who? Yeah, I do, man. Who else is a little bitty short? Now I gotta get some other dudes catch strays. Who else is a little bitty dudes out here? Like I'm Evan Barnes or somebody. Who else is short out here, man?
You feel vindicated yet?
No. This stuff is crazy, man. Who else? Little bitty guys. Jeffrey Wright.
Jacob Gilliard.
Like I'm Jacob Gilliard. Like I'm a goddamn make.
What's the guy name from Jackson State yesterday?
Something
They
Abrams.
listed bro at 5'8". No sir.
Man, what y'all think I am, man? I'm like, bro. I've been the tallest dude in class all my life, bro. And I got y'all out here thinking I'm 5'5". I'm a grown ass man.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with short kings.
It is. Let me see. Tall guys in media. Yourself, Kenny. You're tall, Parish.
Yeah,
Drew Hill is
I'm
tall.
on the average height. Yeah.
Drew Hill is tall.
Yeah. CJ Hurt.
CJ Hurt is tall.
Clayton Collier was tall.
Yeah, Clayton was tall as shit. Clayton was like 6'6", bro. Who else is tall? Me. Chris Harrington is tall.
Yeah.
Gary Parrish is short. GP is short.
There you go.
Verno is short. Yeah.
You know who's a shockingly short person?
Who?
John Roser.
Yeah, Rose is short too. He's short. Little bitch ass. That's my guy. Me and John Roser, man, say the wildest shit to each other every time we see each other too. Like, what did he say? What did he say? He said, like when we would see each other, we would say crazy stuff. John Roser said the funniest thing to me one time, man. I said, yeah, I was on the phone with your girl last night. He said, good, man, you're supposed to call your mom. You're supposed to call your mom every day.
That's a good John Roser voice, by the way.
Man, me and Rose, I love John Roser to death, man.
Hey,
like
Kenny, did he do a build of John Roser voice or a build of Mark Giannotto?
I don't know. The Giannotto voice is pretty good, too.
With Penny. You got Caleb Mills coming out the bench, and I'm not sure Caleb Mills was fine with coming off the bench at all. You got the whole thing with Jordan Brown, and you got to keep an eye on it.
Get the right started.
Yeah. But DeAndre, it's still so much uncertainty with DeAndre. You don't really know what to do. Yeah. But yeah, y'all got me messed up for real though, bro. I'm like, bro, what do y'all see that makes you think that I'm freaking 5'5"? Anyway, bro, 6'3", been that way, man. Big dude. Brr. Nah, what he be saying? What Big Boogie be saying?
I think that's it. That's
wee. Yeah, man. Big player, man. Come on, man. Don't do me. Big underrated. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, man.
Somebody on Twitter says 6'3" minus 5 inches.
Yeah, that was Jay Carlock, who know I'm tall, man.
Oh, Jay Alfred.
Man.
You know he was clown.
His little
you know he was clown.
Bobby Portis looking ass.
I didn't know my guy had a Twitter until like
who, Jay? You know yet? Oh, Jay's like a really good follow. Jay's my guy, man. Man, y'all got me sadly mistaken, man. Yeah. Had to go through all that just to show y'all ain't no wee man out here. Thinking I'm Dave Willotion or something.
Next guest on the show, looking like you, Greg Gaston, out here.
Yeah, man, I got Greg coming on Thursday. Man, I gotta have number little dudes on here, man, just so I can look like I'm about real height. About to run out of gas in this joint, man. Gotta have stats and Norsworthy about this joint.
You gotta keep bringing DeMichael on all the time.
DeMichael he ain't short. DeMichael's like 5'9", 5'10".
Maybe you swear, man.
I don't know. Like, damn.
You feel better though, for real? Like, we got this out of the way. You're 6'3".
No, I don't feel better, man. Because why do people think that? Like, almost 200 people thought I was a wee man.
Well, listen.
Anyway, man. Big dude. Don't play with me, man. Big underrated. Don't do me like that, bro. Anyway, man. For Parish Sharkey, for Kenny Stubblefield out of Glass, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We coming up on episode 50 soon, too, man.
Man, this show's wild, bro.
Man,
crazy.
Episode 50, man. Coming up very soon. We might do something, man. We might do something for real. We might do it live from Voodoo Village or something. Who
Let's
knows?
go.
Yeah, man. Everybody slide about this joint. It's Anthony Sain Show. We will see you guys on Friday, man. And we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.